Hey everybody, this is Clever but Disturbing, and I'm back with more Spyro the Dragon. Last time we cleared out the Artisan Homeland and went to Stone Hill. Now we're headed to the next level of the Artisan World, which is right over here through this hedge maze at Dark Hollow. This is actually, I think, one of the very few levels in the game that takes place at night, and I think it's really pretty because it's at night and you can see all the stars in the sky. And here's more Norks. Like I said in my last video, I always thought these were frogs when I was a kid, but I mean, the ones in this level really do look like frogs. They're like big giant frogs with swords and shields. Also, if you notice, the fodder here for this level happens to be frogs instead of sheep. And there's a safe right off the bat, but obviously we don't have the key yet. Here's a big old fat Nork. Something else that hasn't been introduced yet is big enemies like this. You can't charge them. You always have to flame big enemies. The same way you always have to charge enemies that have anything metal, because metal is impervious to flame. Big things are impervious to being charged. And right here's the first dragon. Rescued Alban.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course, they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of it.
That's basically sort of what this level focuses on, as far as like what the dragons tell you and everything, is basically teaching you that you can't flame metal things and you can't charge big things. Other than that, it's, you know, just another run-of-the-mill level. They don't differ that much. Look, you can light the little fires. Oh, I just got bludgeoned with that club. The levels don't differ that much. Really just go in, rescue the dragons, get the gems. If there's any thieves, kill them and get the dragon eggs back. Okay, up here, and here's some more Norks. Some tiny shield-toting ones, and then a big giant one with a club. Okay, get that out of the way. Did I get that gem? Yes, I did. Okay, now let's see, look over here, and we can fly from up here over to this little platform. I don't think I mentioned it last time, but these little, like, purple clam chests here, you can see the eyes in them, they actually contain lives, which are these little dragon statues. And so you just flame them or charge them, they break either way, and out pops a little dragon statue, sparks and locks it into you, and you get another life, which come in really handy on certain levels when you fall a lot, because there are some levels in this game that just eat lives. So hopefully when I get to them they won't eat too many of my lives, but who knows. And here's another dragon. Rescued Darius.
Big enemies like this Gnorc with a club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
Yeah, so he was just saying what I said earlier about not being able to charge big enemies, and we're already at the return home vortex thingamajigger, as that one old dragon called it, but obviously we haven't finished the level yet, so we're not gonna go home yet. Okay, some more treasure down here in this pit with the big Gnorc. Some gems on these little stairs. Okay, now there should, I think, be one area left for us to go, which is down here. Now the enemies that are around in this tunnel are kind of interesting because they're wearing metal armor and they're big, but when they turn around, they only have the armor on the front. So you have to wait until they turn around and start walking back down the hallway, and then you can go up and flame them from behind. Okay, so here it comes. And it yells at us, and then we just fly down there and flame it, and now it's gone. He may look big, but he wasn't that hard. And in here there's a little pool with some platforms and another dragon. Let's see, let me get this treasure, and now rescued Oswin.
Spyro, want to know a secret? Use the triangle button when you want to zoom in and look around. Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Yeah, so just like he said, you can actually hit triangle to sort of center the camera, but if you hold it down, then it goes up and zooms in right behind Spyro's head, and you can use it to look around the room. If there's something you can't see, or you're trying to see a place that you need to make a jump to, it's really handy. There's not really that much reason to use it throughout the game, but if you need to, it's there. Get the key for that safe we saw earlier in the level. Pick up these gems down here on the floor. Careful not to fall into the water. Okay, now we should be able to go back up. I do believe. I think that should be it for this room. Oh, nope. Almost missed a gem. Oh, No, I told you, this entire game just gonna be me falling into things. Not even gonna lie, just me falling down. Okay, make our way back up the steps. And we're back up to above ground. Just a couple more steps up here and then we can go and get that safe now that we have the key. Let's see, kill one of these frogs to get a butterfly for sparks. Kill another one just because it was in my way. Ah! Okay, up there, and up there. Okay, now we can open the safe. So now we have, let's check our inventory. We have 100 out of 100 treasure, and 3 out of 3 dragons. So now we can go get in the vortex and head back home. And that was Dark Hollow, really easy level. Actually, before I ever had the full game of Spyro the Dragon, I only had a demo of it, and the only worlds you could go to were the Artisan Homeland, Stonehill, and Dark Hollow. And so I would just play those over and over again until I actually got the full game. Okay, now the last regular world of the Artisan Home is in here earlier where I fell a lot. And we go up this little vortex. And it's right in here, Town Square. I don't know what it is about this level, but for me it always seemed like it should have been in one of the later games. I don't know why. It's the only level in this game that I think sticks out like that in my mind, that it should be in a later game, and I'm not even sure why it does, but it always did. Here, the fodder are like these bald chickens, and they're really ugly, and so, you know, I don't feel bad at all about killing them. Okay, get over there and get those gems out of the corner. Get those over there, and now just make our way up the steps. There's quite a bit of gliding in this level, so that may be sort of what its purpose is, to introduce you to gliding before you have to fly over top of chasms. Rescued Niels.
Welcome to Town Square, Spyro. Begin exploring by gliding to that area with the bulls. Use the L2 and R2 buttons to get a good look.
Yeah, just teaching you more camera controls like the last dragon. You use L2 and R2 to rotate the camera. Up there, bull. Now the bulls are funny because if you charge them instead of flaming them, you still get the gem from them, but they just get stuck with their horns in the ground and they just stay like that. Eventually, if you want to, you can flame them and then they'll just go ahead and die. You don't get any extra gems for it or anything because you get the only gem they have as soon as you charge them. Sometimes it's fun to just charge them and let them just like hang out there in the ground. Okay, get these treasure chests. Now these treasure containers are very interesting and sometimes they can be a little irritating, but they're also really pretty, so you have to either flame or charge it. When you do, the gem pops up, and then you have to jump over top of it and collect it before it falls back down in. Okay, over here and get these gems. Here's another life for us. So that brings us up to 8 lives, and now we're going to glide over here and get even more gems. And free another dragon. Rescue Devlin.
Thanks, Spyro. I had the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Oh, did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing X at the very top of your jump?
Yeah, like he said, there are certain parts in the game where it's very important to press X at the very top of your jump. Here in like the first couple worlds, you have a little bit of leeway, but there are some jumps later in the game where you absolutely have to do it right at the top of your jump or you will not make it. Which, like I said, ends up to you falling. Oh, stupid bull. Ends with you falling into an abyss and dying, which sucks. Little Madanorganork. Ah, there we go. Okay, let me go over here and kill one of these chickens since Sparks is blue. And we're already at the vortex again. They place them usually fairly early on in the level, but as you can see, there's another dragon up there that we haven't made it to yet, so obviously we're not finished with this level yet. Rescued Alvar.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run! Run! I'm getting a little winded.
And that's why Spyro has to actually chase the thieves, because he sure couldn't, or he would probably, like, die from heart failure. Okay, so there's some gems here. You have to glide around that corner. That glide can be kind of tricky to make, and sometimes you don't even, it's hard to tell even where you're supposed to go from there. But you're just supposed to kind of go around the edge. Don't follow too close or you'll hit the edge and fall over. Now this is annoying, because he jumps down there, but then when you jump down there, he just jumps back up again. So this thief's really irritating. You only have that little short spot to actually catch him in, where he jumps down and you have to start all over again. Because he will stay down there until you jump down, and then as soon as you jump down, he jumps back up. So you have to make your way all the way back around the level over here, and back up to this little platform, and then glide over again. Maybe we'll get him this time. There we go. Little flame. And here's another dragon egg. Okay, there we go now. I think I missed some treasure back here, and so I'm gonna go get it first before I go on. I think I did. Yeah, there it is. Ugh, camera's stuck on a wall. Okay, yeah, that was the only one I missed back here, was that one little green gem. And then out here there are some metal containers and a chest. Let's get those. Okay, now we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna glide across and get these treasure chests. One nice thing is that when you break a container by charging through it, the gems just sort of automatically, like, home to you, and so you don't have to worry about getting close to collect them if you charge through. Okay, now there's one last spool over here, so let's get it out of the way before we bother with the treasure or anything. We don't want it sneaking up behind us and, like, goring us to death. That'd be a sad way to go, being gored by a bull. Okay, now this little treasure chest contraption, the way you open it, even though it's metal, you actually have to breathe flame on it over and over, and it makes the top spin around, and once it spins fast enough, the gem pops out. So that should be the last gem, and now we're gonna get the last dragon. Rescued Thor.
Thank you for releasing me.
I think it's funny that that dragon has like a big strong name, Thor, like after the Norse god of thunder, and then he's all like old and measly and weak and has that weak little pitiful voice. I think that's really funny that like when you hear the name Thor, you would imagine him to be big and like burly and strong and sort of masculine sounding. So now that we've played out the 3 levels, we're actually gonna go take on the boss of the Artisan Home now. Just kill these Gnorcs on the way. If you notice, they drop those little pearls. After you collect an enemy's gem, the next time you kill it, you'll get a little pearl out. And once you collect so many of them, you get another life. See, I always loved the way this dragon mouth opens. I always thought that was the coolest thing. And you can see the smoke come out of it, and it's really awesome. So here, the boss of the Artisan Homes, Toasty. So we're going to go fight Toasty now. We've collected 600 treasures so far, not too bad. Okay, now let's get these 2 little red gems that they put right at the beginning, right at the edge of the level. Okay, now this can kind of be aggravating. We have these shepherds again, like I said, they used to always give me trouble. And then we have these dogs, which are possibly more annoying than the shepherds. They will try and jump and land on Spyro, and they're one of the very few one of the very few enemies in the game, aside from bosses, who actually take 2 hits to kill. Almost every enemy in the game only takes 1 hit, but these stupid dogs take 2. And they try to jump out and squish Spyro. And if you get too close, they will wake up and jump on you. Ah, like that. That's what happens when you don't kill them. Okay. They're really annoying, and I hate them. Okay, here's one down here. OP almost got me, but not quite. Okay, another shepherd. Okay, now let's get his dog. I find it easier to jump out of the way than to walk out of the way. I don't know why. It seems like you can just... That first little jump gets you out of the way a lot faster than it does to just turn around and try and walk out of the way. Okay, they even have them inside. Who said that you could keep dogs inside? Oh, darn it, it squished me. Another thing that makes boss levels sort of hard is that there's usually very little, if any, fodder at all. Like, I don't think I've seen any so far. Which sort of sucks, because Sparks is already green from fighting these stupid dogs, and there's no way I can really heal up right now. But hopefully we'll make it. Oh, whew, we almost lost Sparks altogether, and that would have made collecting these gems really annoying. Okay, now get the shipper. There's actually another area there that we need to go to, but first I'm going to go ahead and get this dragon, because after you collect a dragon, all of the enemies that you've already killed won't come back if you die, but if you've killed enemies since you last collected a dragon, and you haven't touched a dragon statue or a dragon statue's platform again, when you die, they'll all come back again. You have to kill them all over. So, we're going to collect the dragon first. Rescued Nevin.
Nasty Nork has put one of his most devious henchmen in charge of the Artisan World.
Bring him on. I think I smell a barbecue.
Be careful, Spyro. This boss has many tricks up his sleeve.
So yeah, we'll actually get to the boss in a minute. Here's a sneak peek, though. If you look over there, you can see him. He has a pumpkin for a head and a scythe. He's all, you know, scary and Grim Reaper-ish, like a Halloween costume. Okay, so if you go out here around the ledges, there's gems out here, and be careful, because right around this corner is another one of those stupid dogs. That one I like to actually walk out of the way, because I'm afraid if I jump, I will accidentally jump off the side, which would be bad. Okay, so get that, and now there's this shepherd over here. Okay, get this treasure over here on the edge, and we're good. Now we can go back inside, and now we can actually go and fight the boss, Toasty. Okay, we're gonna touch the dragon platform on the way, though. Okay, so first we have this one dog to get out of the way so we can actually get to Toasty. Okay, dog's gone, so now we just gotta... Wait, did you see that? That looks suspicious. Oh, got two at once. Huh. The second flame only hit one of them. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's just a sheep on stilts. I guess it's mad at Spyro for killing all of its brethren. But I mean, we have to keep Sparks healthy somehow. It's not our fault that sheep were apparently chock full of butterflies. No! We got squished. Urgh. Oh, okay. About there. Oh, got him. And a bunch of gems spew out of the ground where we killed him. Okay, now right here, we just have to break open these last two little chests right in front of the return home vortex and collect them the old-fashioned way since we don't have Sparks, and that we're finished with Toasty. We just beat the boss of the Artisan Home. We're almost finished with the Artisan Home now. The only thing left is the flight level. And let's see, I'm trying to decide whether to do it now or to wait and... we'll just go ahead and get it out of the way now. Heal up Sparks on the way, even though it doesn't really matter, and you'll see why in a second. Flight levels are really unique. Now, the flight level in the Artisan Home is actually hidden. They're normally stuck out of the way a little bit in all of the homes, but in Artisan Land, it's really especially hidden. So you notice these strange stones over at the waterfall, and you notice that's seemingly useless. There was no treasure over there on the far side or anything. Well, a dragon gives you a hint later on, but we're going to go ahead and do it out of the way. What you need to do is you need to jump on all of the stones here. In some versions of the game, they actually light up once you land, as you land on them, but in this version, they only light up after you land on all of them. And when you do, the wall moves down and reveals the passage into Sunny Flight. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go there now. Now, in the flight levels, you can actually fly. And you can fly as long as you want. Well, not as long as you want, because there's a limit. And the point is to basically collect everything that's there. So we're going to start off with the barrels on these trains. It's easier if you fly the opposite direction, because then they sort of come to you and you meet them like halfway instead of having to chase them down. Okay, only 2 barrels left. Oh, and there they are. Okay. So next, I think we want to get the arches, I do believe, which is over here. If we can make it to it. I probably should have practiced this beforehand, but I didn't. Whoops. Okay, now normally you collect them all at once, that's normally the way, but since these planes are right here, I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the way. There's some that fly clockwise and some that fly counterclockwise. It's easiest to normally get the ones that are coming towards you, but if you catch up on one of the ones that are heading away from you, then you can go ahead and get it too. Okay. There's that one, and now this is the last one right over here. Yeah, I really probably should have practiced this beforehand. Okay, now we're gonna continue with the arches. Oof, we're running a little short on time. I think we were actually supposed to get, no, we were supposed to get all of the arches before the planes, so I kind of messed up a little bit, but whoops. But barrels were first, I got that part right, yay. Be the first flight level. There are other ones that are later in the game that are actually easier. Yeah, I don't think, oh, we might actually make it. If I don't, oh, I just missed that treasure chest. I may have just screwed us over. Okay, now if I can just make it back to that one treasure chest. Oh, and I did it. Okay, didn't even have to practice. So, as you see, you get gems for getting all 8 of them. You get 60 for each one you get all 8 of. But to get the last 60 gems in the level, you have to get all of them in one go, which is why it's important to actually get them all. And so we got 300 gems from that. There are no dragons in these levels, only gems. We don't want to try again, so we beat it. And so I think that about finishes up, and next time we'll actually be heading to the next home world. Now, because we've pretty much finished off the Artisan realm. So I will see you guys then.